Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2. We are sat at the junction. Well, it's not really a junction, is it? It's more of a merging. Not even a merging, they just come together. Of the Cambridge line and I guess the kind of West Coast main line heading up to Manchester and Liverpool that way. When we left off, we were riding this guy. That's us, or that was us. We were heading to Dover. Dover has grown. There we go. They did shrink briefly, didn't they, at the end of the previous episode. So today we need to hook up some more goodies. We have some money in the bank as well. It's all going to be about London growth. We do have access to milk. And we need to get hold of this wool as well so that we can send it over to Oxford. It's going to require a bridge, but the Thames over here doesn't look to be too terrible to cross. We can't access this yet, although we can buy the southwest or gain access to the southwest of England there. We've also got sugar down here, which is really important. Is that our only sugar? Yeah, because we can't access any of Wales. We do have some goodies in Wales that would be really handy that we just can't get a hold of. But yeah, sugar for the south is a tricky one, isn't it? Same with wood. So milk, let's see what London requires. They definitely require milk. They are getting some. They are definitely not getting it from train. Current delivery by train, 0. And there's our vegetables we also need to hook up. And there is our sugar. Probably sugar's a bit of a stretch. Milk would be a good one and fairly straightforward, and possibly our first warehouse at Cambridge, believe it or not, so that we don't have to run multiple trains into London and make use of those mixed services. How's the lay of the land? Actually, it's kind of pleasant. If we can sit down in the darker green, we stand a chance of this being a semi-decent grade at the very least. And we probably just want to run a fairly straightforward line, don't we? We do have 2 platforms, so we might as well probably branch off for now, and then we'll delete it later and double track it completely. But we can just run up and not spend on an extra platform, save ourselves 50,000. Yeah, I like that. 1% grade is fine with the current era of trains. That way we can branch into this section with anything else that we feel like. We don't need to run in with our... Yeah, we don't need to run in with our corn. We might do the same trick as we just did there with our corn. Once I've monitored the situation that we have at hand. Let's not worry too much about a supply tower right now. Our main network is still in need of supply towers. We do have a repair facility there. We don't have one on our... I guess Liverpool Street is what we'll go for there. We don't have one on that station. There we go. London, Liverpool Street. Beautiful. Now we have Euston and Liverpool Street. I guess the other one could be Paddington or something, and we'll use that to head to the southwest. That'll do. We can't obviously fit every station here. Should we get a train up and running and get some milk, or more milk, delivered into London? A warehouse is definitely going to be a possibility there once our other cities get bigger. Freight only, because we will use the cheaper loco on this. And we'll go with 4 again so that we keep... little bits delivered once they run out, that is. There we go. It's automatically picked out G&M American. Confirm you, and we've spent the lot. That didn't take long today, did it? But we have a lot going on, don't we, today? It'll be nice to... have you got there yet? You haven't quite got there. Let's wait till the money goes up. Right. Has that given us a number? 86%. Oh, come on. We were 4% shy. That should resolve itself. I'm hoping anyway. And once we've caught up on the amount of passengers that need to go to London. And as soon as we can afford one, perhaps we can build a repair facility there. Research points, I did see a few for 100. What is this one? Increased transport revenue for mail bags. I sort of like that. We also have this one. Oh yes, reducing the cost of our personnel. Which brings me to a suggestion to change my staff, our personnel, setup here. Apparently we can drop down to 8 hours and it stays at 125%. Yeah, so 8 hours, 200%, and oh, I can't remember what the figure we were at before. Let's bang that up and bang that up. Oh no, that's cheaper, guys. I take it back. Yeah, it's 2,975 this way round. This is better. We're only just, but that will escalate quickly. So this is the best setup for us anyway on this character. We'll leave it at that. But it was worth, not saboteurs, it was worth looking at, wasn't it? Yeah, we save ourselves a little bit. 3,080 versus 2,975. But yes, there we go. I did absolutely want to check that out, and for our viewing pleasure, just to see what the changes do. I was a little surprised actually that it was cheaper going for 10 hours. So we're saving a little bit of money so far, and London's growing, good to see. And we're going to build us a little connection with our vegetables out that way. Another connection would be into the grain, wouldn't it? We do have grain up here, but I feel like this section's going to get overwhelmed pretty rapidly. We might be better off branching up there.
Merging 3 independent rail networks is like bringing a gang of unruly recruits up to scratch. The company is lucky to employ Captain Mark Hewish.
He's really sure of himself, isn't he? Dear oh dear. Well, I didn't expect that to happen, if you hadn't guessed. Okay, so we did that. It's going to be about delivering stuff to London, which we are doing now. We could hook up the grain to a second platform. I sort of like bringing Cambridge into the game more. We can definitely branch off of what we have existing. And what's the lay of the land like here? We're up a little bit, and we dip down just there, don't we, between about halfway. Depends what this will cost us. It's pricey because of the earthworks, maybe? It's not pricey. I looked at my bank balance and thought that's how much it was. No, it's only 48k. I'll take it. That is cheap as chips, isn't it? Let's get you in, and let's hook you up again. And we might be able to have a through track here. Did you miss the dot? Probably. No, it's just not wanting to play ball. It does this sometimes. It's just not double tracking, are you? Did I miss the platform this end? There we go. I do that quite often. 55k to double track, mainly because of the parallel track is more expensive. I don't know. But we could have a through train, couldn't we? Straight to Birmingham now. We could even go mixed. I don't think we're going to be picking up the grain and reuse the train. The grain train we've already got. Switch it to a mixed service. Which means we wouldn't technically need the gridirons in there. We can have a through train and just take a mixed bag of everything. Until we turn this into possibly some sort of hub. We can always branch off to Manchester with it too. Yeah, but early game, I like it, guys. I like this. So we'll have it as a through station, and we'll remove the need for this gridiron here. It didn't reset our train, but it did flip it. What colour are you? Oh, it's forgot my settings, our overlays. I wonder if I can turn that on in the settings. I'll look at that later. It's how are you filling up first? Waiting for goods. Right, that is all I needed to know. So what we'll do with you, and this will be a little bit strange. We're probably going to get full on passengers quickly. But just to get stuff moving early on, this saves us having to build a warehouse in the middle. Just for now. While money is a little bit tight. Then we can go automatic. And then we can switch to the Jenny Lind, and then after that we can add another train to it if it's overly full. Which, with this new layer, we can see any red trains, such as this one down here, for example, needs a bit of help because it's running full. This one, if it's green, there we go, it's not running with anything on it. And this one may turn red as it has started to run full. So yeah, that's what the colours mean. Beautiful. So for this line, can we afford it? Well, you're a bit out the way there, Grand. Maybe not do that now. Maybe concentrate on London. That is our focus, isn't it, at the moment? How are we doing? 32 of 80. London is growing as well, and our company value is increasing, which is good to see. So the idea is we need to hand over our vegetables. So how much would it cost us? It's going to cost us 133,000. That's a little rough. It's a little rough. A straight through train would work as well, while we save up a little bit of money. We have another star. I don't feel like we need to unlock chemicals or anything like that just yet. That's for bigger cities. So I'm going to go with increased revenue from mail. That seems wise, doesn't it, early on? There we go. We'll get a little bit more money from our mailbags. We've got a yellow train now running between Dover and London. And we're going to need some more maintenance sorted. For this one, we're kind of separated, so we're definitely going to need one there. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have Manchester or Liverpool with one. Does Birmingham have one yet? No, there's the answer, guys. Let's get you, not a warehouse, let's get you with a maintenance depot on, so we can breathe a sigh of relief there. This is the downside to having separate lines like this early on. While it is cheaper, sort of, we could branch in to our existing station, but I like this for keeping out the way, as we're already starting to busy up Birmingham. So just like real life. I do like to see these colours, so we've got a lot of yellow trains. Oh, we're seeing a green train there as well for fake Beatrix. Brilliant. This red one needs sorting out. There's that red one that was yellow, and we guessed it would turn, yeah, we guessed this one would turn red because it was full on the way there. Beautiful. Doesn't display whether it's an express or not. I love that. I love that colour coding, because at a glance you can be like, right, red trains, not enough trains on it. Green ones, we can leave that alone. It's just doing its stuff. Are we good to hook this up yet? I guess what we can do is hook it up and then see where we stand after that. We don't need to double platform at the vegetables as I go on the extra platform. Dear oh dear. And we've got to head up that way, so we'll spin it around, right round. We will double track it at Cambridge station, and we'll just get this tidied up. 44 miles, less than 50k. Build you, and we might be up. No, I don't want to double track it all the way. Thank you very much, game. I absolutely do love that though. The auto double track option is beautiful. 9 times out of 10, especially in the late game when setting up tracks is a little bit hectic. It does save quite a bit of time. Right then, there we go. So we can hook this up, and we can afford us our warehouse on here, and that means we can stick us, nope, don't want another building. We can stick us, where are you? We can stick us vegetables on there. Beautiful. And then, do we have a mixed train? We haven't got it yet. Perfect. So we can set up the run into London first, and by the time he comes back we should have some vegetables waiting for us. There'll be no demand at the moment as we don't have a line heading into London. So let's get Cambridge into London. I haven't forgot about it. We're just waiting on making this full connection so that it all makes perfect sense. Automatic, yeah, we are going automatic, which means the Jenny Lind, and it's going to cost us 69,300. So we'll hit play, zoom out to maximum speed, And I was going to say the money will go up. We are making 111,000 per week now. And that's going to creep up a little more with this mixed service into London. What are you going to take initially? Have a quick look. Plenty of passengers. Some mail as well. Yeah, plenty of mail. Plenty of even more passengers. No freight just yet. So this is lovely. We'll catch up a little bit on demand with our passengers and mail. Now we can hopefully set this up. We could run with the cheaper freight loco for this. Yeah, I sort of like the idea of that. We've got no reason to run a mixed service. We can just take it there and save a little bit of money on it. Perhaps. Yeah, 56,700. We can wait, let's say for 4, because it is also connected to a warehouse. So we just want to keep sending as much as we can on our vegetables there. There we go. We have our train. Yes, we do have 0 direction of travel on a bi-directional line, surprisingly. Cambridge is going to need, well, they're going to need to cheer up. It should be fine once we get these deliveries. What are you taking at the moment? Oh yeah, we can remove that. We don't need you to wait there anymore. Just head off and pick up whatever's available. It should still push this if necessary. We're obviously not going to push it at the moment. You'll see it's all over the place. So we're definitely not utilising this line to its maximum. I completely forgot about that. We can possibly stick a dispatch hall on here. There we go. We've got some slow trainage happening over that way. Are we getting to the point where we can start to separate our supply towers? I think we are. I'm going to put one on there and on there. So we're filling up off the main line. And we're slowly going to get rid of this one. We'll have another one on this branch line off the main line. And we'll have... yeah, we can separate this one to both the freight and the main line there. And we'll move... yeah, we'll move that one down here. And the freight and over there. And then we've got the one for Liverpool, which we should put in because that is a separate line anyway. So you go on there. Do we have a train running there yet? We don't. So we can have a mixed service. Mixed would be superfluous right now, wouldn't it? We don't take anything. We'd need 2 warehouses. One at Manchester, Piccadilly, and whatever the other Manchester one is. Okay, so let's set up an express service between Manchester and Liverpool. We can't really afford the express train at the moment, but I would like to pay for it. I feel like it might be overkill, but the popularity is what I'm going to run with there. And we want to get as many people shifted between these two. It's an easy run as possible. Iron Duke, there we go. Oh, it's only 94,000 without the caboose. It does mean we'll have to keep going around and putting the caboose on unless we have enough money. There we go. Are you going to pick up some people? You've got your own little supply tower now. There we go. We've got some people heading direct to Liverpool. Beautiful. The warehouse allows goods. Thank you for that. I need to turn those off, don't I? Our train. Already running with some vegetables for London. Look at that. Beautiful. And it's a good job we did set that to a maximum of 4 only. It maintains a bit of freight. What we should see now in our warehouse is, yeah, vegetables for London. There we go, London. Help you grow, and it will count towards our task. Oh, yes, our separated line over here is going to need a supply tower. We can perhaps stick one on there for that line. We've got enough for another one. Let's give... who doesn't have one at all? I think over this way, right? We're struggling completely over here. Yeah, let's go with our main line. Through to London from Dover. There we go. There we go. Let's spend out this wisely. We'll get rid of all of these eventually. How are we doing on our task? 54 of 80. Almost there. And we've gone up to 6 million in company value. I don't really want to unlock this. I I feel it's a waste of 100 points this early on. As if we go to the demand in London, I don't think they're anywhere near that. Yeah, there we go. Where are you, Mr. Chemical? Chemicals are right down at 95,000. We are definitely going to need them, but we could be spending our money wiser, perhaps. We need to hook up this grain. It's going to make a mess of our line we've got, but we don't need that task anymore, do we? So grain's probably the best bet for both London and for Dover. I'd rather not run grain in from here. That's going to be exhausted rather rapidly once we hook it up into... Yeah, we're going to have to hook it up into possibly Manchester and Liverpool and Oxford. Yeah, there's no way we're getting that over to Oxford without a warehouse, and it'll be a bit messy. Later on, I'm hoping we can go a little bit more direct, but it is what it is at the moment. When's fruit coming into play? Because that'll be our next hookup for London, won't it, if we want to boost them? It is, there's your answer. And we've got a warehouse, don't we? Yeah, we've got a warehouse all ready, so we can get you with fruit. We need a... Yeah, we need a repair facility, a maintenance depot, over in London, so that solves that issue. Cambridge, I mean, they're all going to need one eventually. In fact, we can afford it while we're doing this, and this place is important at the moment. And it's going to get more important as we go on, I believe. It's currently acting as a distribution centre for London. How accurate is that to real life? What is the lay of the land like? I mean, we're on... This is the Wash, isn't it? So it's low down. And yeah, we should be alright. We should be alright. It should be quite pleasant, actually, into Cambridge. I don't think we need to worry too much about filling up our train stations. At least they shouldn't be overly congested this early on. So let's hook up our apples, and then we can get apples delivered to London. This is lovely and flat in the fens. Not surprising though, is it? It's a bit marshy though. So not great for train tracks, but we'll sort it. Do we like that? We're heading up, aren't we? Yeah, that's fine. 1% grade. You'll be fine. Get you hooked up. We're only going to be running a single train to start with, so we'll get you partially double tracked at the junction if you'll click to it. Go on, click to it. There we go. And maximum turnout. Get our money together, and then we can get us another freight train. This time with apples delivering to London by you. Are we going to get that task done today for London? I think yes. My money's on yes. Okay, wait for enough funds. We can set the line up. Apples into Cambridge. Freight only. We'll use our cheaper freight train, and we'll go with a minimum of 4. Half a load. Still makes some profit for us. And choose a locomotive. That's going to cost us 56,700. Which isn't taking too long. There we go. 173,000 a week now we're up to. Beautiful. Yes, the direction of travel. I do know. It's fine. So that should pick up some apples for London. And now we're up to date on almost everything they require. We will need to finally ship sugar into them. I'm not going to take it from over here. That would be a little bit excessive. Let's see. What else are you missing? Not much really. Just the sugar. Oh, and the wood. Yeah, we need to get wood over there. The apples are on their way though. And then they're already making the clothing for themselves. So they'll definitely get clothing. Wood we can't do anything about until I buy this place, which I do want to grab as early as possible. We've got that guy. Yeah, shall we? Shall we put him out of his misery, at least for now? And then we'll save up 200k and we'll get the southwest of England in play so that we can get wood into our network. We may be able to set up a something at Oxford. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting supply towers down everywhere and maintenance buildings, but one one step at a time, baby steps, as long as we're concentrating on our tasks, which we are. 7 more goodies to be delivered. We have shot up another, well, over 500,000 in company value. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I say we end today with a perfect completion. Then we can see what our next tasks are. Probably many. We should possibly save up a little when we can. If we get enough money to buy out southwest of England, though, which is going up. It keeps going up the longer you play, so grabbing it early is going to save you a little bit of money, plus it brings those logs into play, which we'll need to get to London somehow, which isn't pleasant, but we could branch into this same track and double track it, which may be a cheaper option than a warehouse. It will depend, really. We can buy this now. Let's grab it. There we go. We have purchased the rights to build track in the southwest of England, and we also have access to our first lot of logs for the entire network. Yeah, for the entire network. I give them the supply tower, and then there's a random breakdown. It's about typical. Look at all this red going on. Yeah, our trains are full. There goes our mixed service, picking up speed quite healthily. I like that. We may take a ride on that one at the end of today's episode. That's going to complete our objective, isn't it? Do want to hook this up somehow. How are we going to even get in here? Well, this is yeah, this is an express. Oh, it's rough, guys. It's rough. They're not going to need anything from London at the moment. No. I'm trying to get corn into there. Could we get it in direct? Possibly, and help them grow. Ooh, we can. How are you sitting? Actually not sitting too bad. We could go into the back, couldn't we? I mean, it's rough, but if we can get it sat right, it's going to be close. We can get this run round, I think, into the back of Dover. Oh, it's horrible. Maybe if we wiggle jiggle a little bit. I mean, it's not pleasant. Oh, yeah, it is. We need to get rid of that tunnel and get rid of the bridge. Can we get rid of the bridge as well? Oh, it's because we're sat right on this, yeah, on this dip here. Can we move you out the way of that? Oh, that is really tight, isn't it? We could go in at the other end and avoid the bridge entirely. It's not really that expensive. How much would it be to get the... Yeah, now it's getting ridiculous. Right, scrap that idea. What about coming out over this way? Would that be better? Oh, are you under a tunnel there? I never even noticed, guys. He's tunneled. Yeah, you can't tell. Are you filling up at the moment? I mean, you are, but it's not dire, is it? Yeah, let's leave that bit of track there. We'll connect back up to there. Let's delete the station and move it back a touch if we can. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we go a little bit lower. That's just how it'll be. Because I'd love to get over their bit of track. I think that will suit us better than what we've got at the moment. It will mean double tracking possibly. But we don't really want a tunnel if we can help it. That's the only problem I've got with this. Yeah, that's going to be a rough grade coming into the station, isn't it? Oof. Cutting galore. It depends. Build that. It's a little more expensive. Will we be able to branch out there? Oh, it's a 7% grade. It's horrid. It's horrid, guys. I was hoping that was going to work, but it's not looking that way, is it? Because we're down, sat down, maybe we can position this this whole station better. Let me wiggle jiggle and see if I can get this ideal. It will mean a bit of a rejig, and this might be a better angle anyway. If we sit up there and we connect in now, it's a little bit better. Can we bring you down enough? Oh, there we go. Why won't you connect in there? Are you being silly sausages? Yeah, there we go. Get you right, full speed. We don't need full speed, but this This is what I was talking about. It's beautiful. Right, let's pay for another platform then. I don't want them to... I don't want them to shrink, and they're going to help London grow if we can hook this up nicely. Right, you run into there. We could have a single track section, but I think we can get away with this without it being too expensive. Then we can have a crossover there. This is so we can add more and more trains to our network with this section. It just depends what this bit's going to be like. I tell you what, 32 miles an hour is beautiful. Right. And then we have a double track section coming out here, but we could branch in. Yeah, there we go. That'll be fine for now, because we're running low on cash. And we could do the same here, but I've already paid for it, so that can stay. Alright, I love it. I love it. There we go. Yeah, this bit's excessive, but we have managed to avoid the people around us. So we need another freight train running in there. Freight only. We'll hit play. Wait till we've got enough money. How much are we earning now? 127,000.
The headquarters of our company is located near London Euston. Our reputation requires that we therefore serve the city adequately. Together, we have created a solid foundation. No more and no less. The competition never sleeps. Remember that. I heard that the Great Western Railway is getting ready to move into Birmingham. You must stop that.
Right, we got it paused. Construct the extensions, restaurant and market hall at the train station in Birmingham. Well, we have a couple. Do we have to have them both up at the same time? I know that's a bit gamey. Reach 35,000 citizens in Birmingham. Okay, we're on target for that one. Transport 800 passengers from Birmingham and 800 mail bags from Birmingham. All of these by 1847. We're currently in July 1845. Reach 120,000 citizens in the northern England region. So we'll be heading north shortly. Right then. Pause that. I would like to get this train in, but this is kind of low-hanging fruit territory, isn't it? This build, whatever it is. Yeah, restaurant and market hall. Do you need to be in at the same time, is the question. We can always delete one of our stations and put it back, like this one. Right, delete you. There we go, because we got it paused. Do we need them both in at the same time, and does it matter which station? Do not bulldoze it, that won't help us. Let's quickly do this. Restaurant. Okay. Market hall is 95,000. Goodness me. We have two stations we can quickly delete here. I know, gaming the game a little bit. There we go, we've got enough money for it. I'm going to do them both and then delete them and then put the stations back to block the AI because I don't trust them. Market hall.
The rails of the Great Western pose a threat to us. They belong to a major competitor and they could severely disrupt our expansion.
Okay, we don't have to worry about bizarreness anymore. Let's get rid of these and we'll put our stations back in our blocking maneuvers that we're doing. Some of these are going to be used anyway, more than likely, especially for heading north, so that we can keep our congestion down. There we go. Right, I think we're in a good place, guys. We've got our train heading back into London. We've got to put a train on here, which is what I was waiting for money-wise. We'll rebuild that line. I'd love to get them growing, not shrinking. Freight only. Get you on. Half load. And get you going. Alright guys, we're on board our Cambridge train. I wanted to have a go over the bridge and see if we can see any of the trains. I saw some guy walking around there. Dear oh dear, it was a bit close to the tracks. Not recommended. Some boulder issues. We're steaming, aren't we? Look at us go. Goodness me, this is the mixed service. We're doing 30 odd miles an hour. Have I got on the right train? I think so. This is beautiful. I love it. Guys, thank you for watching. Lots to do. Heading north when we come back and growing Birmingham. And until then, take care.